You know, the problem with doing a video about highlighters is now my ring light just, because everything is so luminous, it just really wants to show how shiny I am. Hey gang, it's me Maria and I'm back on my Mischief. So for today's video I wanted to talk a little bit about makeup. And I wanted to talk about how you really don't need to pay like a gajillion dollars for really good quality makeup. I follow a Instagram page and it's called Dupe, and the gals that run that page, they do a really great job at finding things that are similar colors. They were talking about this new line of like Wet n Wild's bronzers and highlighters, and one of them caught my eye and I kind of wanted it, so I went out and got it. And I noticed after purchasing it that it's very similar to one that I own that's in my collection. So I wanted to just kind of see, like, are they the same? Are they similar enough? Because Dupe hasn't done it yet. So I figured I would give it a shot. So this is called the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. And this is in the shade Blossom, I think. It looks like this. As you can see, my camera doesn't want to focus on it because it's very, very shiny. Now, the highlighter that I have in my collection that I thought it looked similar to is one that whenever I wear it, I get a ton of compliments. It's by Mercier. And this is in the shade Devotion. And it's definitely a lot more pink than the camera is showing it to be. That was the same issue I was having with the other one. It's kind of a rosy gold pink color. Ignore my nail that isn't on. Totally forgot about that. So what I've been doing for the past couple days is I've been putting the Wet n Wild on one side and my trusted Holy Grail Mercier highlighting powder on the other side. I decided that I wanted to compare these two and see just how they wear. Because I do think that that is one thing that a lot of the Instagram dupe accounts don't do, is like, even if they have a similar color, the wear could be different. So for the past 3-ish days, I've been doing the Wet n Wild on one side and the Mercier on the other side. And yesterday I did a quick little poll on my how could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. I did a quick little poll on my Snapchat and on my Instagram and asked the friends I was seeing in real life that day anyway, which highlighter do you like better, this side or this side? Long story short, pretty much everybody that responded said they look the same. Even my friend who saw me in real life and had the chance to like get all up in my cheekbones and really assess was unsure. So the Wet n Wild Everglow, I paid $5 for this, and the Mercier one I'm pretty sure is around $40. I got it on sale, so I did not spend that much on it, but it was a great investment. It's, you know, one of those cult favorites along with her setting powder. That setting powder is just chef kiss good, so good. For the most part, I think my friends were just kind of like, oh, that old Maria being a rascal again, she's giving us the runaround, you know. Those are the same thing. Makeup is the same, but not this time. So like I said, I've been doing this for a couple days. Today I have Wet n Wild on this side, and I have the Laura on the other side. And I've been kind of wearing them around and seeing mostly the finish and how long it wears. And I think in the end, that is what makes a big difference. Just because two things are the same color does not mean they're the same quality. For the most part, they've been pretty much the same. The other night though, as I was like taking my makeup off, I did notice that the Laura was still very luminous, whereas the Wet n Wild side had kind of faded. Last night I noticed that they were pretty much the same. Like they had both stayed really well that day. Maybe I just did a better job setting. And of course, for my entire face, I usually use the Morphe Setting Mist, which in general tends to keep my makeup just on all day long. Gonna check back in at about, oh, I don't know, some later time. And totally forgot to do an update as to how well the makeup wore throughout the day. I was filming, according to my records, at like 3:30 in the afternoon, and it is now about 2 a.m., probably about 1/4 past. Both sides are pretty faded by now because it's been more than 12 hours. There isn't a side that I would say is more worn than the other. I feel like they're both pretty equally worn. Yeah, so I think the moral of this story is that good makeup can be affordable. What am I doing up at like 2:30 a.m., you ask? Well, you see, the thing is that I am just a human disaster. Good night. Subscribe.